Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So today we're going to be talking about measures of center, their shapes, and what we can do to look at how far apart this data is and where the middle of the data is. Before we jump into all of that, though, just like yesterday, I want to do a reminder. First off, test is tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is your test. So on that test, you need to know a couple things. One, you need to know the measures of center. Measures in center include mean, median, and mode. You need to be very comfortable with all three of these. You also need to know which one is best to use if you have an outlier. So the second thing you need to understand is you need to know what an outlier is. Okay? And you need to know which measure of center do you use if there is an outlier. By the way, is median. Okay. 3, we also need to know the measures of variance. Which means I have IQR, MAD, and range. Last piece, you need to be comfortable with dot plots and histograms. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about these two today. So again, you're going to have a test tomorrow. You must know the measures of center. You have to be able to find mean, median, and mode. You have to know what an outlier is. You have to tell me which measure of center would you use if there is an outlier. Answer is median. You need to be comfortable finding all the measures of variance, which is IQR, MAD, and range. And then you have to be comfortable with dot plots and histograms. So again, I'm just going through this because tomorrow is your last 90% test. I want to make sure that you guys are totally aware of what's going to be on it. So now that we know that, let's take a look at our notes. Which are these ones? If you haven't done so already, take your notes out. Extend. Hold it. Well, I struggle here. There we go. All right, as always, once you have your notes, put your name on the top. Let's get started. So our goal today is to be able to talk about the center, spread, and shape of all this different data. So we're going to start just by reviewing the shapes that we could see. In this situation, everything kind of looks about the same. It looks like a pretty even mountain. So we call this symmetric. Now we have some other shapes that look kind of like they're just a slope down. And you always want to look for where is the empty space. The empty space is on the right, so I would say skewed right. Same thing with this one. It kind of looks like it's just sloping down. But this time the empty space is on the left. So I'm going to call this one skewed left. So today we're going to be looking at a bunch of different pictures of this. We're going to have to be able to look at the dots and describe what shape do we see. So here we go. Describe the shape of the following dot plot. So my first question is, does it look kind of like an even mountain in the middle? No, not really. Does it look like it's kind of sloping down one direction? Yeah, kind seems like it's sloping down this way. Now that I understand that it's a slope, I know it's going to be skewed. Now I need to decide, is this something that's going to be skewed left, skewed right? That's the part where I'm not really sure. So for this one, my empty space looks like it's kind of over here. So I'm going to say it's skewed left. I'm sorry, skewed right, because it's on the right. Yep, and it matches this picture here. So again, whenever we're trying to see what the shape is, if you're trying to decide between if it's skewed right or it's skewed left, always look, where is the empty side? Where is the opening? Wherever the opening is, that side is the side that you say. So since this had an opening on the right, we're going to say this is skewed to the right. Okay, take a look at this one. So when you see this, you have to decide, does it look kind of symmetric, where it's a nice even mountain the whole way through? Not really. Does it look like it's kind of sloped one direction or the other? A little bit. So now that we know it's sloped, we know that it's going to be skewed. So now that it's skewed, we have to think, is it skewed left or is it skewed right? It looks like my empty spot is going to be on the left. So here we're going to write skewed left. All right, so now we know that some things can be skewed and some things are not skewed or symmetric. Now, depending on that situation, the measure of center that we use will be different. Which one, or the one that we're going to look at, might be more accurate than the other. So if something is not skewed, so this is normally something that's very symmetric. In this case, we're going to say mean is the best measure of center. And for spread, we're always going to look for range. Okay, for my next one now, I need to think about a data that is skewed. So remember, when we were talking about skewed data, take a look up here. Skewed are these ones that kind of fall off to the side, and you have this really big empty space inside of them. So now we need to decide, what do we think is going to be the best measure of center in this situation when you have data that is skewed? Come back down here. And in this situation, we're going to say that median is the best measure of center. Okay. In this case, for the spread, we're also just going to look for the range. All right, so now let's test it. This example says that we need to describe the center and the spread. Well, in order to do that, I need to decide what is the best shape for this. And it kind of looks like the shape is pretty even, kind of like a mountain, fairly even. So since my data is pretty even, this means this is symmetric. And it's asking me to find the center and the spread. So for the center, If it's symmetric, we use mean. And for the spread, we're still going to find the range. All right, so let's find my center first. I need to get my mean. All right, for this, every single one of these dots represents a number. So I have 0 plus 10 plus 15 plus, oh, I have two 20s, 20 plus 20. Oh, I'm going to have to write a lot smaller. 25s, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold up, guys. Although this is lovely, I'm going to run out of room instantly, so I'm going to rewrite this. So 0 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25. Right, do I have 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Plus how many 30s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy schmoly. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 35s. Plus 40 plus 50. I got it in. So you have a huge data set here. Let's see how many numbers are in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Divided by 18. All right, so this is where I'm going to pull out my calculator. I'm going to add all of these values. So this is 0 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus one more 30. Actually, let me make sure I did 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Just checking because we've got so many numbers. If you need to go back and double check, you go back and double check. Plus 35 plus 35 plus 40 plus 50. All right, so when you do all of that, looks like I'm getting 475. So I get 475 divided by 18. Okay, when you do this, you're going to get kind of a crazy number. You get 26 and 300. I'm sorry, 38. And the 8 goes on forever. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So I'm just going to stop right here. So that is my measure of center. Next, we're going to talk about the spread. So spread is my range. That's going to be my biggest minus my smallest. It looks like my biggest is 50 minus my smallest is 0. So it looks like my range is 50. So just to kind of put this all together, the center is 26 and 38/100ths. The range is 50. Okay, let's take a look at example 2. All right, so now that you've kind of had a moment to kind of look at example 2, you can kind of see its shape. Looks like we're kind of falling down this direction. See how it's not perfectly centered? It goes more this way. So this is going to be something that is skewed. And it is skewed to the right. Because the empty side is on the right. So that means for center, We're going to use a median. And for spread, we're still going to always use range. All right, so it looks like I need to put all of my numbers in order. So for median, here we go. I have 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 6. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be a very large data set. So 5, 1, 2, 5 fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 sixes. 1, 2, 3. 4 sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 eights. 3 nines. 2 tens. I am out of room, so we're going to just go down. An 11. A 12. 2 13s. And a 15. Well, that is a huge data set. Here we go. Now I got to find the middle, though. Cross out the front number. Cross out the last number. Cross out the next one. And the last one. The next one. And the last one. Oh, we're going to be here for a while. The next one. The last one. 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 And we have like a million numbers here, so this is going to take a while. Sorry, guys. Keep going. Keep going. All right, and finally, we are left with 2 middle numbers. So when we have 2 middle numbers, we have to add them and divide by 2. We're technically finding the mean of those 2 numbers. So 5 plus 6 gives me 11 divided by 2, which is going to give us 5 and 5 tenths. Your median is 5 and 5 tenths. Okay, last thing you need to do is you need to find the range. Range is your largest, 18, minus your smallest of 1, which gives me a range of 17. So, in conclusion, the center is 5 and 5 tenths. The spread is 17. All right, guys, that's all for today. Remember, your test is tomorrow. If you're not understanding something, please go back and watch one of the old videos. And good luck.